Hello everyone, you guys are welcome back to my channel. In today's class, I'm going to show us how to cut this double step fleece gown. Um, this is the lining I'm going to use for it. I'm going to use this lining for the inner part. Actually, I got 2 yards of lining, but I'm not going to use it all. I folded it into 4 like this. Then the length of the dress is going to be 35. The length is going to be 35, and so this inner, I'm going to make this inner 25 inches. Then the down flea is going to be 10 inches to complete the gown measurement, the dress measurement. So that's that. So just follow it slowly. Pay attention, then you are going to understand what we're doing here. So I want to cut both the front and the back together. So I'm just slanting my shoulder with 2 inches. The slanting on this particular dress is not even really necessary, but just to follow normal protocol. So I took my shoulder measurement divided by 2, then armhole 7 inches downward. So now the bust measurement immediately after the armhole line was going to be divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Divided by 4 plus 2 inches. So here you're just going to open it as if you're making an A-shaped gown. So you're going to curve your armhole this way. So these down parts, I'll probably just make it around 13 inches. It can be more than, don't get it wrong. It can be more than, depending on the size you're working with. This person is a slimmer person, so just make sure that whatever you are marking there is more than the hip measurement. That is the down part. Just make sure it's more than the hip measurement. So this is it. Now the neckline 2.5 inches, that is the width. Then the depth, I'm going to use 4 inches. I'm going to use 4 inches. You're just going to curve this way, then you cut it out. So that's that about the front neckline. So just come around this side, then you're going to connect it to the armhole. You can see around where I start the cutting. Okay, the back will be straight, so just fold this, then you're going to cut it off straight. You're going to cut it off. So basically this is the shape of the dress. So that is where you're going to sew. That is the side joining. The side joining, you're just going to sew it straight. You're going to sew it straight downward. So this is what you're going to join the 2 sides. So let me do that and show you the next thing to do. Just like I said, the down part, we are going to have 10 inches of flay there to complete the dress measurement to make it 35 inches. So this is it. I've already joined the side and I've ironed it. You can decide to use the main fabric to do this. That is if you have enough. If you have enough fabric, you can decide to use the main fabric to do this. but because I don't have enough, that is why I'm using this method. So you're going to cut this place off. Meanwhile, you're not going to throw this away. You're going to cut the main material to replace it. You're going to use the main fabric to replace it. So now you're going to get the measurement of that upper part, the round upper part. I think I have 20 inches there. That's when you open it, it's going to give you 40. So now my step of flay is going to be 7 inches. It's going to be 7 inches, except for the down one, that is the last one, that is going to be 10 inches. 7 inches here. Then the next one too is going to be 7 inches, so that it's be able to lap on each other very well. Meanwhile, I want to have at least 4 steps of flay here. That is why after doing my calculation, I discovered that 7 inches will be enough. If I decide to do 10 inches, I might probably not have more than 3 steps of flay there. So when you want to do yours, you calculate and see, just check and see how many steps of flay you'll be able to achieve. So this is it. I'm going to just mark it out like this. Then you're going to measure them one after the other to cut flay for each of them. So this first one is 40 inches. This first one is 40 inches. Then you are going to mark the next one, the third one, and also the last one. But before that, let me cut out this piece that I cut off the other time. Now I'm going to transfer it on to the main fabric. Then I'll cut out. Don't necessarily have to add this down allowance, and just make it equal. So now when you open it, this lining now is just going to serve as a lining. It's just going to serve as a lining. So you need to do is just sew it with about 1/4 inch, then you sew it around. So I'm going to cut a very tiny strap here that is going to serve as a neckline. You're going to tie that one around your neck, so it's going to be as tiny as possible. Might probably be 20 inches long. Probably 20 inches long. Then the width, just 1 inch is okay. Just make it about 1 inch. So whichever way that is easy for you to turn it, just do it. It's either you do it this way, so it this way to make it as tiny as this, or you fold into 2 if you know that pulling it out will not be difficult for you. So you do this way. So I've already sewn mine. This is it, the 2 of them. So now you are going to place one here, and you are going to place the other one here. Then you use the lining. You are going to use your lining to turn it. You should be careful when turning the place. That's the neckline, so that it won't be rough. So this is it. So you're just going to, after turning, you're going to iron it very well. So that's that about that upper part. So now look at this. You just fold this one into two to notch the center so that you know exactly where to place. You know exactly where to place it. So this is it. You are going to sew it just with about half of an inch, something like this. So that was that about the upper part. So now what we are going to do is to start with our flay. Start cutting our flays. It's definitely going to be half flay, that is 180 degree, except maybe you have a very big fabric. So this other one is 44. The first one was 40. This one is 44. So this one is 48. This one is 48. So the down one. So let's measure this down part. So this down one is 50 inches. This down one is 50 inches. So now this is it. This is the main fabric. I bought 3 yards of Duchess fabric. It's 3 yards. So now just going to fold your half flay. That is your 180 degree. Just going to fold it like this. So after making your division of 180 degree, just have to reduce yourself to save yourself from stress. Just place it like this. So this 40 is going to be 10. When you divide it twice, it's going to give you 10. Just place your tape like this, then you are going to mark out. So you are going to cut it. So after cutting out like this, you are going to mark. You know what we mark the other time was 7 inches, so definitely you are going to make it 8 inches. You're going to add just 1 inch allowance for the sewing and for the weaving. We're going to weave the what is it called? The edge of the flay. We're going to weave it. So this is it. So the same way you cut this is the same way you're going to cut for the 44, the 48, and the 50. Just the same way. Just cut this off so that you not get confused. Then you are going to do your folding again. You're going to do your folding again, then you're going to cut for that 44. So after you do your folding this way, you're going to cut for the 44 again. So when you place your tape, this time around is going to be 11 inches instead of 10 inches. It's going to be 11 inches. The same way, 8 inches. Just label it so that you won't get confused. Still the same way, you're going to cut this off. So you are cutting for 48 inches. So this time around is going to be 12. This time around you're going to measure 12 inches here. Even if you cut it and it's more than, you can just have little pleating over there. Same 8 inches. Even if it's more than what you measured, that is what you have on the dress, on the main body, you can decide to just do your little pleating. So now the last one, we are cutting for the last one, which is the down measurement. We have 50 inches, so it's going to be 12.5. Then the length this time around is going to be 10 inches, not 8 inches. We are using this to complete the measurement. That's a dress length measurement. So this part now, since it's 50, is going to be 12.5 inches. Then the length is going to be 10 inches. The length is going to be 10 inches. Just like I said, depending on how many steps of flea you want on your dress, you can decide to make it 5 steps, you can decide to make it 6 steps, but you should know that when you're doing that, your flea is not going to be as long as this. So that's that about the cutting. You are going to label it so that you will not get confused. So now I'm just going to attach this fleece on the main body. So as simple as that. So starting from this upper part, when you place it on your machine, you will know the way you go about with it. So this is what it's going to look like, but you're going to turn it. You're going to sew it from up, like this. The sewing is going to be like this. Just take it together, then you are going to sew it. You're going to sew it all through. So the same way you do this, the same way you are going to do the remaining ones. All of them you are going to sew it upside down. So I will show you. This is it. This is it. I've already sewn all of them. So the next thing now is to use a matching thread to weave the edge of the fleece. I'm going to use a matching thread to weave all of them. So after when you do that, you're going to fold into 2. Then you take your bust measurement that's around your upper bust measurement. You're going to take it, then you're just going to sew down. If you like, you attach zip. If you like, you're not going to put zip. That's that, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to share and subscribe. This is our dress.